Shalom, shalom.
To Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai,
To the elders and apostles over at Great Millstone. Back out again, now the noise want to pick up. Back out again today to report in these latter times, okay, we're here in the latter times to prophesy the downfall of this wicked ass place called America, spiritually known as Babylon the Great. Alright? As usual, okay, it was nice and sound. There is a bit of construction going on. It was nice and sound prior to me starting. But just like always, okay, Prince of the Air, okay, is always around. Different location today. Not raining out. Jeremiah chapter 28 and 8. The prophets that had been before me and before thee of old prophesied in both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. And if you can't see what's happening, especially here in Babylon the Great, okay, this great altar, you have no clue or understanding of what is getting ready to take place. Okay? That means that you're blind. Alright? And as always, the message is for the warning. It's for you so-called Negroes, Native Americans, and so-called Latin tribes to repent or suffer the consequences. It's a so-called holiday today. So-called holiday. This is the book of Job, 18 and 14. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. Okay? Why is that? For coming up and bucking up against, okay, and puffing himself, okay, the taking and putting in, which you're not supposed to do, of the scriptures, making a Commonwealth Bible. Covering the faces of the judges. So the truth is coming to the light. The truth has came into the light. Read that one more time. Job 18:14. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. His tabernacle represents what? His confederacy. How he found it. Okay? And erected this wicked place. And it shall bring him to the king of, see, this world has forgotten who the Lord is. Okay? So now what's going to end up happening? There's going to be a visitation. A visitation is going to be made. Job 18:16. His roots shall be dried up, beaten, and above shall his branches be cut off. Remember, this man has spreaded himself abroad, like the scriptures tell about that green bay tree. That green bay tree. That green bay tree, and how this knowledge was hidden so long, ages. This knowledge was hidden for ages. Yes, ages. So we're in the time of this place getting a heavy inquisition is being inquired of through heavy inquisition. Heavy inquisition. Listen here. Where my dictionary go? Thought I had an offline one here. Guess not. It's on my other phone. mean, you got to be, something has to be wrong with you if you think that this place can continue for, my guesstimation, a couple more years. A couple more years. Versus people will be at a savage estate. By then, a savage estate. Okay? And mainly our people of the state. On the brink of that. Have to run with what we got. So if you haven't made your choice by now, chances are you're in your proper lot. For when judgment moves forward. Time don't really exist anymore. It doesn't. People are exceedingly proud. The victors, so to speak. And as soon as this mad scientist decides to even stop preparing his magic potions by way of the very foods that are filling the shelves, all hell is gonna break loose. Inquisition. Inquisition, the definition, online judicial investigation. At this particular time, this investigation is from a ground for accusations. Accusations, line of defense. For what the accusations are, okay, and for the crimes that he has to, if I'm saying, now that will be by way of what? Our laws, okay, our laws. So one might say, I wasn't there, it wasn't me, but you're still reaping the benefits. Still reaping benefits and privilege on mere so-called skin color. place is gonna get a heavy visitation. People moving as if there's not a mighty power, okay, that created this place, Earth, that is. But that's just how far in depth that the wicked have blinded the habitations. He's done a hell of a job. A hell of a job. What am I looking for here? He's done a hell of a job. Stop acting up on me. Internet issue. Still a thing. Hello, internet. Every time, it never fails. Technology, it never fails. Shoot. This is the book of Exodus. Okay, because this is one of the charges. This is the payment for one of the charges. Okay? Because the final decisions have already been made. See, prophecy just has to be fulfilled. Okay? So this is the book of Exodus 21 and 16. He that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Okay? Whose hands are we in to this very day? We have to ask permission from someone to roam the earth, to cross the rivers, the seas, the peninsulas, the regions, by way of what? Passports. Not so much for these other nations, because remember, they came here voluntarily. Okay? They had choice. Ultimately, we know why we're in this situation. There's that why factor. Now you know why factor. Now you know why factor. All right? Remember, all vengeance belongs to the Lord. All vengeance. Now, am I out here promoting violence? No, for the record. Am I inciting violence? No. All right? Well, what's being said here? One might ask. What's being said here? What the Lord requires and wants to be said and to move forward. That's what's being said. Now, who can trump that authority? If the Lord sends out his messengers, that's exactly what messengers do. Okay? Whether it's for good or whether it's for bad. Okay? And mainly, it's to warn our people. It's not hunting nobody down. I see Jake going walking down the street. If he stops and he receives it, hey, beautiful. Repent. But if Jake mosey his own path, whether they hear or forbear, blood's off the hands of those that are sinning and putting forth their hands on the plow by way of being out on the highways and byways, warning and sounding the trumpet, the horn, with a distinctive sound. Distinctive sound. Book of Revelations 13 and 10. No, let's start at 9. See, because it's a two-edged sword when you're dealing with the scriptures. Our people don't want to hear this, but it's the truth. Okay? It's the sound truth. Let alone the very ones who are guilty that have blood on their hands. Okay? This is the book of Revelations, the revealings, 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Now, what we are looking for is a earth ruled in righteousness. Okay? An earth ruled in righteousness. With righteous judgment. With righteous judgment. That's what's on the way. Okay? That's what's on the way. I was shot. Okay? That's what's on the way. Okay? Governed by the beloved David and the 144,000, which is a righteous government. Okay? Righteous government. Last to rule and set to rule forever. Because all these other nations, including the worst and the vilest of the valiant, they have had their turn. They've had their turn. And now, the condition of the earth, the condition of the earth is horrible. It is horrible. So that should mark who is who. Who's been doing what. And whose hand has been put forth and polluted everything. Okay, polluted. Okay. This earth will never be the same without what is set in place to happen. And that's going to be by way of what? The fanner. The fanner. The instrument and the fanner. That's the only way to get rid of the pollution. To refresh everything, so to speak. Refresh everything. This place has never seen rest. It's never seen rest. Matthew 2:6. And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are not the least among the princes of Judah. For out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. Yasabawnaw. Okay? This is the book of Isaiah 11:1. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord, Yahweh. And shall make him quick of understanding in the fear of the Lord, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. But with righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. All right? So judgment's headed this way. Judgment. And there's nothing the carnal mind nor flesh can do anything to stop what's headed this way. No one. It just fathoms me how people walk around. I mean, this is all spiritual, okay? It's all spiritual. All right? It's all spiritual. It's not the people, it's the spirits that these people have on them. Okay? It's the spirits that these people have on them. It's not the people, it's the spirits these people got on them. I mean, as crazy as that sounds, but that's what it is. The base, low-level, foul spirit, dark spirit that you people have on you. Okay? Great again. That's the slogan. Great again. Make America great again.
That's what we did healthcare about.
That's the slogan. Yeah, I know. This is not your rest.
Warning.
Warning. The book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. See, this ain't your kingdom, Jake. All right, this isn't your rest, Jake. All right, all of a sudden you equal with your oppressor. All of a sudden, this ain't your program, Jake. It never was meant to be that way, and it still stands to this day. It still stands to this day. It stands to this day. This word isn't going out void. It's not going out void. All of a sudden because of your feelings, or what you perceive. And the damn conversation I just heard in an establishment that I was just at this morning. That's the first time outside of being at work, okay, at work or on a job site. That's the first time me just being in a general setting and hearing these people, because I've tried to stay away from people. Hearing these people engage in a strange conversation. That was a confused conversation, okay, that I was just standing next near. I wasn't a part of. Where you have a so-called Jake, he's talking about this kind of a testimony. It's not really a horomony. It ain't no testimony, because, hey, let me go ahead and get it, because that's what it put me in the mind state of. It put me in the mind state of Lot. Okay? Lot. So what they were talking about was how they allowed, or allowed the decisions to be made on what gender the person can be. This conversation was of the child, what the child could be when they were born, and they were okay with it. And the Jake is sitting there, and he's talking to the well-known sodomite, which was an Edomite. Okay, probably a Edomite, 2 Edomites. Okay, not a couple. I don't know what the hell they were, but obviously in their 1920s. And then you got Jake engaging in a conversation talking about his daughter. I forget how it goes. His daughter made the decision to become, or no, his son made a decision to become people are really doing this thing. They're really doing this. So it's confusion. It's confusion. And so all I can do is just handle my business for what I was there for, and get the hell out of the way. Okay, because that's how we're gonna have to operate in this society. We're gonna have to handle our business and get the hell up out the way. Okay, stick and move. And soon we'll have to be like pilgrims, really off the grid. Hell, I got experience with it now, so Lord willing, He keeps the hedge of protection around me, but He's been giving me that first-hand experience. Okay? Hey, you're gonna need that. You're gonna wanna have somewhat of that experience. Okay, for the times to come. Okay? You're gonna want to have that experience off the grid. That is. So, in other words, get used to being uncomfortable. That's what it's gonna happen. That's what it's gonna boil down to. Get used to being uncomfortable. I wind up with that chip underneath your palm, okay? And then you really have sold your soul. Okay? Chipped up. It's bad enough as it is the food is tainted. And you know what it got in it. Alright? So if you didn't want to take the snake piss, okay? If you didn't want to take the snake piss, he said hell with it. We just gonna dump it in the food, the processed food. We're gonna dump it in the process. We're gonna frat it. In other words, we're gonna frat this thing. They gonna take this if it gotta be to the minute microscopic level. They gonna take this thing. We gonna get this into their system. We gonna get this into their system. So I'm all over the place. Okay? But that's how I was feeling. That scripture came to mind. Okay? That scripture actually came to mind. Okay? Second Peter 2:7. And delivered just Slakia. And delivered just Lot. With Slakia. Little exciting. And delivered, this is 2 Peter 2:7. And delivered just Lot. Thanks. With the filthy conversation of the wicked. Okay? And so if you don't feel if you're not to a degree, okay, if you don't feel some way to a certain degree, okay, and for most of us, a high degree, okay, offended by having to deal with the just the gross negligence of moral estate, and that these people think that it's fine to just be what the hell they want to be because they're not moral people. Then something's wrong with you. Something's obviously wrong with you. Wrong. Okay? If you don't feel some type of way. Okay? You get to ride by looking all crazy and shit. And then there's those that know what time it is and what's actually taking place. Everybody ain't stupid. Everybody ain't stupid. Okay? And then again, there's people that are not, there's a people now, amongst the population that have not reformed and changed their ways from the course of the natural way of living. The course of nature, that is. That would be inquiring of answers for what is taking place. Well, what's taking place is that this very government has waged war on the people. That's what's taking place. Whether it's in the shadows or in the light. I like to call them the sky people. Sky people. And I'm not out here for debate. Okay, and I'm not getting ready to, what do they call it? Dialogue. Okay? The message, hey, all of us, all of the camps are not the same, for lack of a better word. I'm not out here to be taught nothing. Okay? I'm not out here to be taught nothing. I'm not out here to go with anything outside of what the scriptures say. That will not be taking place. For gain of maybe viewers, clickbait. This thing is deadly serious. And then, for you brothers out there that move by yourself, watch how you move. Okay? Watch how you move. Especially if you're by yourself. Because at the end of the day, you will wind up being by yourself. Off the camera. That's when the true work gets in. Outside of the camera, anybody can prop a camera on, prop a tripod up, get a camera, a GoPro, put a garment on, write some scriptures down, and proclaim in front of the camera. For those of you that do that, you're gonna be found out. You're gonna be shifted. For those of you that are non-sincere, you will be eventually shifted. 16. These 6 things doeth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. And heart that deviseth wickedness, slacken, and heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief. A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. At this particular time, if you are not seeking truth, or rather, are in the truth, you are not my brother. Okay? You're not my brother. All them days is over with, my brother. All them days are black man, my brother. All that shit's over with. So-called black. And it's demonization as much as that. Yo, are you the black Hebrew-ist? No, not black nothing. Israelite, period. It's a nationality, by the way. I don't know if they went up there and told you that. That's mainly for you goons and goblins. Goons. Googly-eyed goons. This is 1 John. I didn't even see all this. I didn't see him. I'm up in the zone right now. I didn't even see him. This is 1 John 4 and 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit. Okay? Believe not every spirit, but try the spirit, whether they be slacking. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit, whether they are of God, because many false prophets are going out into the world. And the deceitfulness is at an all-time high. All-time, the harlings are at an all-time high. Due to the internet, of course. Due to the internet. Okay? All these various platforms. Okay? All different type of avenues of promoting falsehood. Okay? And lying on the Messiah himself. That'll be nothing but the Antichrist. That is foretold. That was foretold to come. Because after all, what is geared to be set up? What is this man trying to? What utopia is this man trying to set up? A dark, gloomy utopia, but he's trying to live out his fantasy. He shows you that on his movie, by the way. Let's see. All right. Hereby know ye the Spirit of God, even the Spirit of Hereby know ye the Spirit of God, even every spirit that confess that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is come in the world. I read that. I butchered it. Let me start all over. 1 John 4:2. Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confess that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is come in the flesh of Yahweh. Okay, because he's the first spirit created. Sent. Okay? Sent from the Father of spirits. 3. And every spirit that confess not that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is come in the flesh is not of God. And this is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is it in the world. We're in that last day. Okay? And that's the vibration, that's the pulse, which is what season are we in, by the way? Okay? What season are we in? What's getting ready to take place next? The so-called beginning of the year, huh? Beginning of whose year? It'll be winter pretty soon. It's getting cold. The winter will be here pretty soon. So how is that the beginning of a year? A natural year. How is that the beginning of a natural year? Explain that to me. You don't see something wrong with this picture? Antichrist, anti-Messiah, anti-life. The Lord was not born on December 25th. Smack dead in the winter. ain't showing red letter. I thought I had it on. It's not. Another time. This is the book of Revelations. (22 and 16). I, Yahushai, sent my angel to testify unto you these things in the church. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. Okay? Revelations 5 and 5. And one of the elders said unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book. And to loosen the 7 seals thereof. That would be by way of these latter times, this last day. Okay, we're in that day. Our day, the Lord's day, doesn't consist of our day. Okay. Peter 3 and 8. Beloved, Slakia, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. Getting ready to close out here. Hands getting kind of nip, getting kind of nip out here now. is it. Till next time, Lord willing.